What's going on there, guys? We back with another one. What a photo finish by Noah Lyles against Kishane Thompson. And man, let's give it up for everybody who was involved in that race, actually, because even the last person, all of them were getting it. But to see Noah Lyles come back, especially with those world champion of what towards the NBA comments over a year ago, it was something incredible to see because people were waiting, for a meme for him after he said what he said. And we got Devin Booker responding to that right now. To recap what Noah Lyles said, we're gonna do it right now. Let's peek.
Hurts me the most is that I have to watch the NBA finals and they have world champion on their head. World champion of what? The United States? Don't get me wrong. I love the U.S. at times, but that ain't the world. That is not the world. We are the world. We have almost every country out here fighting, thriving, putting on their flag to show that they are represented. There ain't no flags in the NBA.
So D-Book and Jayson Tatum were asked about it. They both said it was incredible. He stood on business. Jayson Tatum said this is his first track and field event. But the Athletic also asked Devin Booker how he felt about those statements about world champion of what, and how that went viral last year. And this is what Booker said. He said, I still don't agree with the comment. I feel like all the best talent in the world is in the NBA. And this is coming from an Olympic gold medalist who believes that being an NBA champion is probably harder to do. And Booker continued, he said, the statement was said, I think how it was said, it was just out of context. I feel like it was something that was weighing on his heart for a long time. He's gained a following since then. He held it down though. So congrats to him. So this is my perspective when you talk about Olympic competition. When you have an individual sport like track and field, and they do have the relays too, but I'm talking about if you have an event like the 100 meter where you as an individual got to go out there and win, you have several representatives for your country sometimes, but you trying to get that goal. I see where Noah Lyles was coming from. When you talk about the NBA, you generally have a much better collection of talent than the rest of the world. Now the rest of the world may have a player or two nowadays that is as good as anybody in the NBA. That could hold true, in 2024. But as far as the rest of that roster, it's not even comparable or close. I think Germany has a good amount of players. Canada has a good amount of players now. But you would still say Team USA has the best players. So to win Olympic gold for them a lot of times isn't the hardest thing to do. It's just really about, for years it was about coming together and asserting your dominance on the rest of the world. Just to show like we still them dudes. In the NBA, you could still build a team. Like you look at who's on the USA team, you could have a team of Jalen Brunson, Jaylen Brown, Tyrese Maxey. I'm just throwing a few names out there of players that aren't representing the country right now. Ja Morant, and I ain't naming for all positions. I'm just naming guards right now. But you can make a team that's constructed of those players still. That could be the guards for your squad. So, I get where Book is coming from somewhat. I'll say that the overseas teams, the best talent in their country is all on one team. The players I named are dispersed amongst different teams. You may even find some of the better players on a bad team at times, So that's what I would say. And the other countries, they have more of an opportunity to practice together. These guys, they have more time together than Team USA. And Team USA, they come into training camp like in June, July, and then they ramp up for the Olympics, and their talent really pretty much is what puts them over the top. To this point, it has. But winning the Olympics isn't as easy as it once was, and D Book should know that, because the last time they went, they lost a game. Even though they won gold last time, they did lose one before, the championship round. So if they would have lost later than they did, they probably would have been playing for silver or bronze. So, it is a bit difficult, to win gold nowadays. And when Bron and those guys retire, somebody else in American basketball is going to have to step up and be that guy. Anthony Edwards seems to be the guy that is going for that spot. You have to think if Ja Morant gets it together, he'll be over there next time. Maybe De'Aaron Fox, some of those other guys. It's just so many other players that could be there. But if what Noah Lyles is saying is, if he's talking about from a talent perspective, then the USA got that argument all day. They can put together the best basketball team or the best collection of talent any day of the week. So they would be considered world champions in that regard. But again, I think the reason the NBA labels it that way is because they have the best players. Like the players that you're talking about is going over there. You have a Canadian national representative in Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic on the Denver Nuggets. So if you can beat that, then that would qualify you as world champion. You know what I'm saying? So I think the NBA champions are the world champions. I guess, I don't know how we would see about that. Like maybe the years that Spain and those guys, but again, like even back then, Gasol was on the team with Kobe Bryant, so it's a different dynamic altogether when you start talking about track and field and basketball. So his comments came off a little weird, for targeting the NBA in that way. But he stood on business and he won his championship. He won his 100 meter, and was he going for the 200 meter now, I believe? So, hey man, let me know what you guys think about this and Devin Booker's response in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time, peace.